sometimes. Just because, like,
dude,
he looks so ridiculous.
Before we get into this, a SmashCon story. Did you see the Hacks tweet about going to Chick-fil-A with LSD?
Yeah.
So what I've learned about Hacks is with people like LSD, let's say, broadly, he's like Jane Goodall. He just wants to be there to observe. Like,
he's an observer.
Yeah, he just like.
I can kind of respect that.
Yeah, and
to be honest with
I'm
you.
like, maybe that's the best way to deal with it. It's just like,
Did you see Toussaint also tweeted about LSD and called him the best Marth vs. Puff?
I mean,
have you ever played LSD?
I try to play friendlies with him, and he wins one and then quits. So I can't. I've tried.
That's what AJ does. So
I don't know, man. Like, people play for different reasons, but that's just so scrubby to me to be like, I'm up in friendlies.
I mean, were you around for the margins, the Rob Rowe margins? Or have you heard about that?
No.
Oh, it's really funny. He always used to talk about how he'd have the margin in friendlies on people.
I don't want to go on another anti-NC tirade about why the culture of the scene is so bad, but, like, that's a really good example of just... It's like anti-improvement. It's just all about, I want to beat the guy in front of me right now. Like, it doesn't matter that it's not tournament. I don't want to improve. I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to work on anything. I just want to win.
What do you think about when Colin will get knocked down and he'll just mash on his controller until the other person gets hit? Because he does that sometimes. I don't know if you've noticed it.
No, yeah, it's surprisingly effective.
He'll just keep mashing until somebody gets hit.
The funny thing is, when he plays secondaries, he does it too, and he'll just side B off his spacies.
Oh, that was actually really good.
I mean, I think the way you counter that is
you just wait for them to spam a move.
You hold down.
But Colin's kind of smart about it, I feel, because he does it like in like scramble situations almost.
Colin
or when he knows you're gonna try and scramble.
Colin is so good at playing his play style, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's some things I really like about it.
Well, once you beat someone in a friendly, according to Yu-Gi-Oh rules, since you were the last person to win, that means you're the better player.
Yeah. So
the hidden strategy is to actually never leave a friendly setup until you win.
See, he grabbed him out of a
it was a down B.
I don't know a lot about this matchup. There's a lot about it that just seems like...
It feels like, to me, that Marth wins, but only at, like...
the highest level.
The highest level when people are doing everything perfectly.
But it feels like a matchup that is so, like, architected out, you know, where it's like, it's so well-defined what to do in every situation.
Yeah, and when I say Marth wins, I mean, like, barely wins.
Yeah.
Like 55-45-ish.
Well,
but
the
also,
lower you go, the easier it is for Sheik.
But also, like, I've started to think that, like, maybe, like, these matchups where we traditionally think, yeah, Sheik just beats Marth, maybe that's just the case, you know?
I mean,
because, like, how many Marths are, like, beating Sheiks consistently?
There's something to be said about, like...
the results. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean more like... if something is close enough, then it's basically even. Like, maybe Marth slightly wins or what, but as long as it's within this realm of, like, close enough to even, it's just, you might as well just think of it as even.
Because, like,
there should really only be 3 categories of matchups in this game, even, good, and bad.
Yeah. What got me thinking about it, I don't know if you saw this tweet, but Leffen tweeted about Fox Marth. One of them is mini tweets.
Yep.
But he had, like, a whole stat page of, like, the actual results between Fox and Marth.
Yeah.
And, like, every single stage was, like, 60-40. And, like, that's just, like, the straight results, yeah. And, like, Marth Fox on FD was, like, 70-30.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more specific than that, but he had it, like, all the recent
from
results.
My Hands Hurt or whatever, like the stats webpage.
I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I could probably go find the tweet.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like, well, maybe, you know, Marth just beats Fox.
Well, but
maybe it is just that simple.
But it's not like, that's not like a real sample of the matchup. Because by that logic, Puff beats Fox. Because Hungrybox just wins all the time.
For sure. But I think so Marth, Fox, well... Is that true? If you would do all the stats of Puffs for Fox, that in the end, H-Fox beating all the Fox would still put him ahead.
It
Not all
on,
the Fox beating all the other
It
Puffs.
depends on how far down you go, but if you go to top 100,
There's
I
only
think, you know,
3.
2 St. Jerry, 42nd, they beat Foxes enough.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying, like, tournament results in a lot of ways.
It's interesting.
It's not that, like, the better character wins, it's the better player wins if it's close enough to you.
Yeah. It's interesting to think about, like, basing tier lists mainly off results. Because a lot of, like, traditional old school, like, thought matchups become a lot more, there's a lot more evidence behind it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's something I like about it that it's just, like, purely empirical. There's no theory crafting. You just assume that, like, it's not like it will always be this way.
Because if you're basing it, like, on people that are similar skill level, the top 100-ish, even though that's a very large margin of people.
I don't know. I feel like most top-tier matchups are not reasonable to complain about being, like, too hard to win.
For what it's worth,
There's
the
a
only
few,
top tier that I think actually deserves to complain about a matchup is Sheik Ices and Peach versus pretty much every top tier.
I don't know. I don't like giving Peach mains that leeway anymore.
The Peach versus every top tier is just
I think,
like,
like,
you just kind of lose
of the top tier
on
matchups.
average.
It's like Puff Peach is bad, Icy Sheik is frustrating. Maybe it's not bad, but it's just like
Peach isn't also bad. The thing about Peach is that, like, she beats everyone below her, but she just kind of slightly loses to everyone above her.
It's not even that she beats everyone below her, but she, like,
Oh,
fucks
she
them.
fucks. Yeah, let me be clear. She fucks everyone below her. Except for, like... Actually,
Ganon.
no. Ganon Peach is bad. Because turnips. Can't do anything.
True.
It's you, but with a projectile that can fly. Like, you can't do anything.
With a down smash.
Yeah. Actually, maybe she does just fuck everyone. I thought there was one matchup, but now that I'm thinking about it, what about Pikachu? Oh, she fucks Pikachu.
Yeah. Because Pikachu, it's sort of the Puff problem where, like, your win condition is don't get up smashed.
Yeah.
Which is...
She fucks Pikachu.
Like,
I thought maybe Yoshi, but I think she fucks Yoshi too. Because it's the same thing. It's like, I'm you, but better.
But I think, like, all of Peach's top tier matchups except Marth and Puff are very much within the realm of, like, you can't really complain about this.
I think
it's like close enough to even
I think
that
pretty
you can
much
win.
every character can't complain. Every top tier can't complain.
There's like a handful of matchups that are truly awful.
I
Peach,
think
Marth,
Sheik Ices is the only top tier matchup where it's like fucking
I mean, if
like
you
top tier
consider-
versus another character where it's
right?
just like
Or
abysmal.
like Pikachu, Ices.
See, but I don't even know if I consider Ices top tier,
Well,
especially
yeah,
when you're banning
but
wobbling.
right, like relevant characters.
Yeah. If we include all relevant characters, then there's more arguments to be made. But Fox to Peach,
I think Puff Pikachu is fair to complain about as a Pikachu main.
see, but like Peach Yoshi sounds really bad for Yoshi.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's bad, but
But you just trade better, so you just win through attrition,
yeah,
and you have turnips.
Yoshi have egg.
But that's not good versus Peach, because she just pulls turnips on the other side of the stage.
And then gets a Stitch.
Yeah.
What if Yoshi could get, like, Stitch eggs? It would be so awful. Oh, I love that reverse bear. Yeah, we haven't talked about this at all, but
Yeah,
really,
I mean, what's there to say? It's Sheik Marth. Neither of us play these characters. And Ian's kind of just winning. Unfortunately.
I like commentators that are just honest about it. No esports bullshit. That's just what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you anything that hasn't already been said about these characters.
Colin is wise about matchups, but he's playing right now, so we'll have to be the next best thing.
Colin, when Colin gets tilted, he goes for very weird move choices. That's what I'll say. Especially when edge guarding. I feel like if you're at this point, you just give up.
Yeah, but you know, playing it out is
I mean,
like,
you know, that's the competitive player, what you should do.
I mean, if you don't want to play, you should give up, but, like... What I wouldn't want to do is set a precedent where I have a reputation that if people can tilt me, I will give up too easily.
Fair. That's
right?
fair.
It's like...
But, like, it's just, like, at this point, it's like, man... I don't want to be here anymore.
Colin could win this.
Oh, he could, for sure.
Ian just has to, you know, miss a ledge dash or...
Oh, Ian is prone to just fucking chucking sets.
Right, like he's right here, right here.
Ooh, Colin was feeling it. Oh, I think he tried to pivot there. I could be wrong.
He's really trying to make that happen.
I don't know what he's trying to do right now.
He's trying to, like...
He's dead for sure.
He's trying to catch Ian not sweet spotting the ledge.
Yeah, but he kept rolling is what I mean. I don't know what, like, that was supposed to be.
I think he did. He was, like, trying to L cancel and then